guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to get into something that I've been getting a lot of questions about lately. It's the Scrambler gene. If you're not too familiar with it, today we're going to talk a little bit about it and kind of how I came across it.
Wow!
I got so many goosebumps right now.
Really? Oh god, that's cool.
Alright, so we're going to get started with the animal that actually brought the Scrambler gene into my collection. This was actually back in 2016. I was able to purchase this animal from Marcus Jane. So we're going to take a look at her first to start off. Now at the time when I first got her, you always just think of buying into the best quality that you can of that gene that you're looking into. So at the time, I just thought I got one of the nicest Super Orange Dreams that I could find here in Canada. But after a few years of having her in my collection, I've learned to see the stuff that she's throwing off for me from the Scrambler gene. So as we're looking at her, you can really see with the pattern, it really elongates the siding coming up from the belly, whether it's the blacks or the orange/yellows. So at first, she was honestly, she was just a very nice looking animal for a Super Orange Dream. I couldn't figure out what was going on other than just having some really good quality. Over the years, I have produced a few clutches with her, and one show I was at, Mark came up to me and actually noticed that I was having the Scrambler stuff on our table. So right then and there, we kind of got into the deep conversation of what it is, how I got it, everything like that. So this female was not only just a very special animal to me, being a Super Orange Dream and being able to bring it into my collection at the time, but it also came with this new gene, Scrambler, which is going to be a very impactful gene to work with. So now that you guys have got a chance to see the original female, we're going to look at a couple of the babies that we produced this year with her. Alright guys, so like I said, we're going to check out some of the hatchlings that we hatched out from our Scrambler stuff this year. And I've gotten lots of compliments on them. They are super bright, so you might need your sunglasses for these guys. But the first one we're going to look at is what I believe to be a Super Orange Dream Super Scrambler Fire. I've hatched out quite a few Super Orange Dreams and nothing has come out like this. The first thing I seen was that just blushed out back of the head here. It's just a very, very unique burnt orange, and that's one of the traits that we've been really learning about Scramblers. It's bringing in this intense burnt orange. And then also the one thing that we're seeing is just the way the pattern is. It really distorts and scramblers the pattern, I guess you could say, with bringing in a lot of these little hooks and different designs coming down the back. And then another thing we've really noticed from the years of kind of hatching some Scrambler stuff out is it gets really striped down by the back end, where the front end you're kind of looking at what we would expect out of a Super OD combo, but then it really just kind of whacks out the pattern and brings in this unique little striping down the tail there. And then again, the crazy intense burnt oranges is one thing that's really been popping out as they age. We always talk about genes getting ugly with age. So Scrambler is going to be one of those genes that's really going to help us see the better quality animals with age. That's one thing we've always tried to focus on when we're breeding ball pythons, is let's make these animals look better as they age opposed to just looking nice as hatchlings. Now the next one we're going to check out is another very unique animal. This one would be a lot like the father that has been producing the Scrambler stuff that we are hatching out the last couple of years. This one here is the Orange Dream Enchi Fire Scrambler. And as you can see, it's just not quite as blushed out on the back of the head and reduced like the Super Scrambler. Still seeing a lot of those funky little hooks and stuff to the back pattern there. But then as we get down to the tail end, you can start to see where that striping is really coming out. One thing with Scrambler is it is very hard to capture the true colors of it. So you might not be seeing that around the pattern of this animal. There's almost like a really ghosty looking burnt orange kind of lining out the blacks. So as that ages, it's going to get really unique looking, and we'll have an animal to show you after we talk about these hatchlings here. But again, the Scrambler gene is still something very new that we're learning about. It's going to take some time to really pinpoint what this gene is going to do with different combos. As you guys can see, I definitely have it in all of my Super Orange Dream stuff, so we're going to be seeing some really bright, high contrasted animals. So from here, we're going to look at something just a little bit more basic, I guess you could say. This one is just going to be a Super Orange Dream Scrambler. And after looking at the other animals that were a little bit more combo packed, you can see more of what Scrambler is doing. It's really, again, kind of changing up the back pattern here, giving some hooks and stuff like that. We start to see a little bit of that striping in the tail there, but again, it's just bringing in these really intense burnt oranges that we're seeing. So as this animal ages, we're going to see more and more of that really cool color that we're liking. And then also, we're going to be able to tinker with this pattern a little bit. Once we get it into some different combos and stuff, we'll be able to see kind of where Scrambler is going to take us. One thing we are going to do is really try and teach and educate everybody along the ways of us learning about it as well. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. But again, just wanted to show you guys off some of the hatchlings that we've hatched out. We do have a lot more coming, so stay tuned for the Scrambler stuff, guys. And then from there, we want to show you the father of all this stuff. He is still one of my favorite animals. If you look at our logo, the head that's on the leaf is actually this animal. So we're going to check him out. Alright, so this guy's about 1,500 grams now. And the reason I like to kind of point that out is because he is still holding some of these crazy unique colors that I was showing you in some of the hatchlings here. This guy here is definitely one of our pride and joys at Canadian Balls. Again, his head is actually on our logo in the leaf there, so you can kind of see that. Again, it still looks almost very identical to that picture, and that was when he was a hatchling. But one thing I just wanted to show you guys is just again, the burnt oranges that we're seeing in the Scrambler combo. Very unique color tones, I would say, from him, opposed to what we've seen without Scrambler. This guy, again, is just reducing the tail end of his pattern here. We get that nice striping coming down the back end. And then again, if you really look into this pattern here, you can see that crazy cool color of orange, sorry. And then again, just at this size, he's holding very good contrast. It's always what we want to see out of an adult ball python, because then we know when we produce things from those good quality animals, we're just going to see those traits pass on and on. So again, I've said this before, but buying quality is never a bad thing, guys, because you're always going to produce the best stuff that you can. This boy right here is a perfect example of that at this size. Still holding some of the nicest colors I've seen in some of the ball pythons, so I'm super excited to continue on working with this and having this guy put in a little bit more work with the females we have here. So like I said in the beginning, guys, we just wanted to show you off a little bit of our Scrambler stuff. Still a lot more work to do with it. Stay tuned, we will be doing a lot more videos on it, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.